In our last episode, we installed Linux and got our first VM. But here's a confession. When I started with Home Labs, networking was always difficult for me. Back in the day, I could install Linux very easily, but I was unable to get internet because of networking. Also, why can't I connect from my host computer to a virtual machine which is on the VirtualBox? So this was, let's say, a very big problem. I used to spend hours figuring out what's going on. Sometimes I broke my home Wi-Fi, but learning this stuff changed everything. Suddenly, my projects actually worked. And those scary networking interview questions got a whole lot easier. Why do we need networking? You might have the question. Because real servers talk to the outside world. So, for example, this is our virtual machine server which we created. It should be able to talk to the internet. Okay. Also, my host PC should be able to talk to this server. You are going to see very soon how we are going to connect. And also, from the host PC, you should be able to connect to the cloud servers. Okay. That is the reason this is all connected because of networking. Okay, networking is like very huge topic in itself. Basics are important for networking. I'm not asking you to master networking, but you should have some basics and some understanding about a lot of stuff which I'm going to explain. What we are going to explore today, we are using VirtualBox. So it has two options. One is NAT and the second one is like Bridge. Okay, there are two networks. Let's understand what is NAT network. Okay, this is nothing but your server virtual machine which we created in our last episode. It can connect to the internet. In very simple terms, try to understand, it can connect to the internet, but nothing can reach to the server. No one can talk from the outside world to the server VM. Only it can talk one way. There's only one way communication. Okay, and it is safe and great for most DevOps learning. Okay, if we speak about bridge network, in bridge network you can connect your host PC using the bridge network to the server. There will be, let's say, communication. You can do SSH, for example. Also, you can connect to multiple devices using your home network. Okay, for example, you can connect to your TV, to your mobile device. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. I mean, don't do it right now. I'm going to explain that as well. But yeah, overall, this is like the high level understanding which I wanted to explain. I always used to use NAT network, but one day I wanted to SSH from my host PC to the server. That's where I figured out we need to use bridge model or bridge network, we can say. Okay, that's how I figured out, okay, this is how we try to connect to the remote server using SSH using a bridge network. Let's start looking into the demo. Let's do this together. First, I will show you how things work. Let's go to our server which we created, click on settings and go to the network part. Here you can see enable network adapter. There are like two options, NAT and bridge adapter. First, I would like to disable this. Click OK and I will start this virtual machine. Okay, and let's see if we can connect to the outside world. Let's log into the server real quick. We are in the server right now. I am going to use ping Google Ubuntu.com. Okay, let's see what kind of response we are going to get. Temporary failure in name resolution. That means there is some problem. I do not have access to the network. As you clearly saw, I did not attach any network. Now I'm going to shut down my PC. Let's try to shut down. So I did shut down my PC. Now let's go back to the settings. Click on network, enable network, and select NAT. Okay, first I'm going to select NAT. Click OK. Okay, now I'm going to start once again. Let's try to log in once again to the server. Clear the screen. Ping google.com. Press enter. Now see the difference. Without network, you are getting one error, and with network, you are getting response. That means we have successfully connected to the internet. We have access to the outside world from our server. Congratulations. This is a very great step, I would say. Now close this. Let's look at the IP address of this server. For that, I am using IP address show. IPAS is nothing but IP address show. Okay, here I can see two adapters. Second one has some IP address 10.0.2.15. So let's try to ping that from our local host PC. So this is my host PC. I will try to ping this server and see what will happen. Ping 10.0.2.15. Press enter. You see the message, destination not reachable. Okay, now let's try to power off this machine. Go back to the settings, click on network and select bridge adapter. By default, it took my Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi. That's fine. Click OK. Start the virtual machine. Let's log into the machine once again. Press enter, clear the screen. Now let's look at the IP of this server. Previously, you saw something like 10 dot. Now you see a different one. If you look at the second adapter, 192.168.0.208. Okay, let's come back to our host PC. So this is my host PC. Previously, I was using this IP. Now I will try to use ping 192.168.0.208. Press enter. You see the difference? We are getting response. That means congratulations, you were able to communicate with the server from your home desktop PC. If it works, congratulations, you have connected your home real computer to your virtual server, just like in a real world data center. Networking not working? Welcome to DevOps. Don't panic. Did you restart the VM after changing settings? Is your firewall blocking things? Are both host and VM on the same Wi-Fi network? If you are stuck, screenshot your settings, drop them in the comments. I promise I broken every networking setup at least once. Interviewers love to ask troubleshooting network issues. When you say I actually set up virtual machines and figured out networking myself at home, you instantly stand out. This is the kind of real experience that makes you memorable, not just another certification. Now, your challenge, can your VM reach the internet? Can your host ping your virtual machine? Try it and comment your results. If you come up with a weird home lab network design, draw it and tag me. I might feature it in the next episode. Next time we are making our virtual machine run its first web server and exposing it to the network, so you can actually visit your own site from any device at home. And yes, I'll show you what happens when you misconfigure a firewall. Subscribe and stick around. This is where home lab legends are made.